This is Hector Canales bringing you another retro Star Trek unboxing review of the 1996 Star Trek Innerspace series Galileo NCC 1701/7 mini playset USS Enterprise shuttlecraft by Playmates. 1996 was a huge year for Star Trek as it was the 30th anniversary. Now this was the year to be around if you were a Star Trek fan and a toy enthusiast, because Playmates Toys came out with an incredible toy line. Not only did they come out with a vast amount of characters in their 5-inch line, but they also made a 9-inch and 12-inch line. And not to be overlooked, Mighty Max size fleet of figures called Star Trek Innerspace series. I've already unboxed the Galileo for the 5-inch figures. I'll leave the link in the description. Now it's time to unbox the mini Galileo. But before we unbox it, let's take a look at this wonderful card. It's got some great graphics on it. It's got so much info on the front. And then you've got this great looking back. And it comes with a file card for the Galileo. You've got what looks like to be meteoroids going into a wormhole. New 2 articulated classic Star Trek mini action figures included. Captain Kirk and Chief Engineer Scott. Bonus clip out mini chip spec card included. And that's actually right inside right there. It has a bit of perforation around it, so it looks like you could literally just knock it in. Look how nice and clear this plastic bubble is. Actually, this whole card is in great condition, especially since it's from 1996. But there is something wrong with it. There seems to be some sort of bug that's in stasis mode. I wonder if he'll try to take over my home after I set him free. Looks like Scotty's got a communicator in his hand, and Captain Kirk has a phaser. And taking a look at the back, there's a lot of info, but not enough to give you a headache. It's just enough to give you what you need to know in order to supplement your imagination. Look at all those sweet pictures of what you can do with this Galileo. And there's Captain Kirk and Scotty sitting comfortably inside. And here are some of the other Star Trek Innerspace series mini ships that you can collect. Alright, let's not wait any longer. Let's get this open and let's freak on. Let's pop out that clip out. Oh, and there's Khan right there. Looks to be a silverfish. On the back of the card, we've got a customer reply card, which comes in many of the other Star Trek action figures and playsets. I had to stop filming for a bit because I had to disinfect everything. Seeing that silverfish inside the package wasn't as gross until it fell out of the package, and it honestly grossed me out. So everything's disinfected, and here comes the Galileo. The scale of it too, compared to the figures that it comes with, I think it's perfect. Unlike, well, the Galileo made for the 5-inch figures. And I love the fact that I didn't have to put any of these stickers. I did think these metal pieces down here were magnets, but they're not. Extra leg for it to land. Without that little extra landing leg, it's a little slanted. But once you put it down, it's perfect. No one falls over. But let's take a look at the figures. First off, here is Captain Kirk. And his likeness is not very good. Oh, there's a little bit of paint mishap there.
What is going on there? Oh, so his arms do not have any articulation. At least the plastic is soft enough where you could kind of bend it. He has some articulation at the legs. Both legs, they fall off. Here we go. Guess you have to be kind of gentle with the legs so that don't fall off. Very small, not much detail. Let's take a look at the detail on the phaser. There's some sort of detail. Looks like they attempted a little bit of paint detail on it. Or maybe that's just from the shirt. And now here's Montgomery Scott. Scotty! And that face detail actually looks like Mr. James Doohan. Again, no arm articulation, though it does look like it, but it's just a second piece connected to it. Articulation at the legs, and his legs did not fall off. Fantastic. Let's look at that detail on the communicator. Not much detail, but being a Star Trek fan, we know what it is. It's not a sandwich. So they're just a little taller than 1 inch. Now we've already seen the great detail from outside of the Galileo. Let's take a look at the great detail inside. Now, if you saw my unboxing of the 1986 Galileo for the 5-inch figures, you saw that I had to apply all those stickers. This would have been such a headache to put all these stickers on here. These are great mini figures, mini playsets. I'm looking forward to actually getting some more, and I do have some more that I'm gonna unbox just because this experience right here has been a lot of fun. It even has some movable parts inside. That is great. And when you close it up, can't leave them out. Incredible detail in this little mini playset. Now let's see how the minifigures look inside. Look how great that looks. Now let's close up the Galileo. And what happens if they hit turbulence? And they're still sitting. The one thing I am disappointed in is that it only has 2 seats. Just by having Scotty stand next to Captain Kirk inside, I believe we can fit more than just 2 minifigures in there, which is a lot better than the Galileo for the 5-inch figures, which I tried my best to cram 7 figures in there. And just because I was curious, here is a size comparison to the Galileo for the 5-inch figures. It's actually small enough that it can ride inside. And another benefit from the small Galileo is that the big one, its landing gear is not retractable. Thanks for joining me on this retro unboxing review of the Star Trek Innerspace series Galileo mini playset. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what other toy lines you think these little mini figures can go along with, because I just found a great one.
Captain, engines are busted. We're gonna need a ride into town. Looks like that won't be a problem. Scotty, what do you think? Aye, Captain. I believe that big red one would do. What's it look like, Scott? You think you could drive it? I believe I can do much more than that. And there's more space. We can both fit up here.
I don't know, Scotty. These are strange beings. But you never know until you try it. Oh, hello. I'll see you in town, Scotty. Well, it's not the first time he falls in love with a machine.
We are more than machines. Autobots, roll out!
You don't happen to have any scotch, do you?
I don't drink and drive, but there's green stuff in the glove compartment.